my fellow Americans. It is with deep sorrow and sympathy on my end, clearly not Chris as he laughs, not with you but at you, but it is with deep sympathy that I come to you today, apologizing on hands and knees, but actually sitting in a chair, for leaving you alone since the month of August. September came, September went. October came, October went. November came, November went. Not even a Thanksgiving-oriented episode, which we have a pretty good reputation of doing. We've left you episodeless for months.
Yes.
And
Preach it.
we want to apologize.
Yeah.
We know we've hurt you.
We've aged 4 months here without any entertainment value added to your season. We missed a whole season, really, essentially.
We don't know how you
I don't know how that
survived.
happened. Yeah.
But it's our fault, and we're sorry.
Yeah.
But
Sorry. Thanks.
we are back today.
We won't even address the fact that nobody sent us any messages asking how we were over the past 4 months.
Actually,
either.
we got one message.
Did we?
We got one message demanding we do an episode.
Oh.
Needing a Christmas
Sorry.
episode. No one asked us how we were doing, but there was a request for an episode from none other than Andy himself.
Oh.
The
Thanks,
one who
Andy.
I've mocked on this show. He's the one who
He was
came.
looking for us. He was waiting for us.
He was waiting.
Oh.
But anyway, we're back. We're
Yeah.
here. And you know what?
What are you wearing? What is going on right now?
Okay, yeah.
I like the merch you got on there. Is that? Oh, that's new. That's new Lunch Break Podcast merch, right?
Oh, is it?
It matches the color scheme.
You know, it's hard for me to see the color scheme with these sunglasses on,
Yeah.
to be perfectly honest with you. So what I'm rocking here,
Some vintage.
I wonder if on the lens we can give them a shot
idea.
of just what.
That's what it looks like.
That's
oh,
what
that's
everything looks
that's what
like
you've been
to it.
seeing for the last 15 seconds.
So a
minutes.
few months ago, I was down getting something out of my mother's basement, and maybe it was only a month ago, and I came across this hat. What this hat says is Rimfire Country Music with a Twist. And it was a band that my father was in back in the day. And so he had merch, and occasionally you just find it laying around. So I snagged the
So
hat.
cool. I love it.
And then just on Saturday, I was looking through another box, and I came across these gems, sunglasses, gig worn maybe,
Look at that.
because we were looking at. I showed you some pictures from a gig he was at. He was definitely wearing, if not those ones,
They're
a
very
model
similar.
of them.
What does it say on the side of them, though?
Sports.
Sports. Okay. I don't know if they have like some
It
kind
literally-
of a branding. Just sports.
Just says sports.
Oh, you sport some sports there.
Oh, sports. Easier to see.
Oh, yeah, not faded.
I'm
up.
pretty sure these are from the dollar store.
Yeah.
He did not spend much on sunglasses. They are intentionally molded. The lenses are different shapes. I don't know what's going on there.
That was trending back in
But,
the 80s.
But yeah, so he was in a country band, but they played a variety of different things because they played country, but then they would also like cover like Elvis.
Yeah.
So they called themselves Country Music with a Twist.
twist.
So I brought this stuff in to add to. I have all this memorabilia in my office.
Yeah, if you haven't already noticed what's behind us.
Yeah,
Mishmash
it's
of
just
everything.
Everything. So
Star Trek's stuff right
no,
there.
there's no.
And then we got Seinfeld in this
No,
area.
thank you for not calling it Friends.
Right, yeah. I wouldn't do
Yes.
that.
So I decided to add the old hat
And the hat.
and the sunglasses to. It needs a better
collection.
shelf. It's kind of on my. I don't know where to put it shelf.
Yeah.
But
It'll be seen, though.
it'll be seen.
Yeah.
So this is
a cool
Rimfire.
hat. It's a cool hat.
It's. I mean, you don't get more of a '90s trucker hat than this, with,
No, it's
with
got
the
that
foam.
foamy
Even
substance.
the brim is foam.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't quite fit my head. I think I'm on the last snap. But this is what I played Little League in, was a style hat like this.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. I never played Little League, but that looks like the way the hats used to look
Yeah.
back then.
They were crazy.
They were made lot different materials back then.
So yeah.
Sporting it. I like it.
Yeah, so here's a little clip of Rimfire in case you guys wanted to hear it. This is a song called You Don't Have to Be from Texas to Be Country. This is converted from a cassette tape poorly by me.
You don't have to be
I would do it again if I
from
could.
Texas to be
Better.
country. You don't have to be from Tennessee. All you have to do is love that country music. You don't have to be from Texas to be country. You've heard about that yellow rose in Texas.
Yeah, like that bass, right? That's Don Anderson on that bass.
Play it, Don.
Hey, we got news for all you folks from
He's got
Texas.
news for him.
And now we are just as country as can be.
Hey, now.
You don't have to be.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun.
It's old school country. It's kind of like cut from the cloth of the 80s and the 90s before it got to be real outlaw country kind of stuff.
It's fun. I like it. I remember watching some of the videos that you came and you brought here.
Yeah.
To see them on that. On one of them was they were on like a revolving stage.
Yeah,
They were just
pretty
moving
cool.
around as they were playing. It was just pretty wild. And then one was outside. WGNA, right? Was
The outside one was WGN. Look at your memory there.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I did just have the photos up now that I think about
that
that.
helped? Well, that definitely
Yeah.
helped some.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. So it's fun to have these little things lying around because he died when I was very young. So this is just stuff you don't care about when you're a kid. Like you kind of think your dad's a little bit of a dork when he's in a country band, and then you realize like, nah, that's actually pretty cool.
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Speaking of dorks, we do have another recording here from world-renowned clarinetist BJ Vergone. Listen to this.
Oh yeah, play BJ. Yeah.
He's playing the blues. He's playing London Bridges. I don't know. He's probably in fifth.
He wrote this?
Yeah. I think he's in 5th grade, but then my dad's jamming with him. Fake drum machine in the background.
Making it cool for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, it's pretty cool. I got to bring it back up in volume, though, when it gets to the part where my dad's like, I'm not playing London Bridges again. It's time for a guitar solo.
Gotta do something else here.
But yeah.
Shake it up some.
Here we go. Riding the wave, man. Smooth.
Back to London Bridges.
Back to the London Bridges. All right. We can
fun
calm
stuff.
that one down.
BJ will appreciate having that on the podcast, I'm sure.
Yeah. He'll love it. Yeah. He doesn't listen. Maybe he does. I don't know. I don't know who listens.
He's your brother.
Honestly, I don't listen to his podcast, so we're even Stevens. And I don't think it's intentional on other person's part. Like just
happens.
actively not listening. A lot of clarifications.
You're passively not listening.
I'm
Rather
just
than actively.
listening to other things.
Yeah.
So I'll be rocking the Rimfire hat today.
Yeah.
Kind of looking like a little like comedian Dusty Slay. I think I mentioned him last time on the podcast.
Funny guy. Funny.
He's a funny guy. All right. All right.
No, we tried today though.
Before we, I think, before we get to what we tried today.
Okay.
I think I also need to publicly, I don't know, confess. I got another confession to make. Do you know that Foo Fighters song?
Yes.
Okay.
It's from the
Just making
album.
sure it wasn't lost.
Isn't the name of the album Confession?
The name of your album is In Your Honor, I believe.
Okay, maybe not.
But, so, I don't know how to say this.
Yeah, you just got to come out with it, man. You just got to bury your soul here.
Sometime over the fall,
Sorry,
somebody,
I'm trying to be serious. This is a very serious matter.
a young man named Timothy Blake was at my house. We were enjoying a fire out back, conversing about many things. One of the things that we conversed about was Crocs.
I thought you were going to say the meaning of life. Sorry.
That was there. But we also talked about Crocs. And in the midst of that conversation, he went on Amazon, a large online distributor of many goods, if you don't know. And he ordered a pair for me. I didn't want them. He ordered them. They came to my home. They came out of the box and they sat there. And then I put my foot in them.
So Crocs happened to you, is what you're trying to say.
Crocs happened to me. They're in my home. If I'm running outside real quick, they're going on my feet. They're a regular thing around the house. Darn it, they're convenient.
Are they comfortable?
Decently comfortable.
Okay. Socks or no socks or sand socks?
I've had socks on because it's been cold.
Oh, that's understandable. Yeah.
But I've been wearing Crocs. It pains me to say it.
Well,
I took such a hard stance against the Croc.
you did.
I didn't go out of my way to buy them. I still wouldn't. Though, the other day at the gym, somebody accidentally wore my Crocs out of there because there's a spot where you can take your shoes off when you go in if it's real rainy out. And somebody else also had black Crocs, but they have a smaller foot. And so they took my Crocs.
Uh-oh.
And then they came back this week.
So you left with other people's Crocs?
No, I left with just my gym shoes on.
Why did they... Wait. So I was under the impression here, I was going to pretty much vouch for you saying, at least you stayed true to the fact that you didn't wear them here out of the house. I would not even have known that you had Crocs hadn't the story come out that you received them as a gift and that you wore them around the house, which is fine. But now you're saying something completely different than you didn't tell me before we got on the air. Which is that you
I didn't
wore
think
them,
about it.
You wore them out of the house. You wore them
As
to a destination.
transportation shoe. Yeah, like you walk in the door, you just kick the shoes off real quick, and then you get your gym sneaks on. I used to wear.
That's weird.
Yeah, well, that's not that weird. I go first
Well,
of all.
let me ask you
First
this.
of all, it's 4:45 in the morning when I get there. Nobody cares what I have on my feet.
Let me ask you this.
including myself.
What did you wear to the gym before you had Crocs?
I had a pair of Sanooks that were falling apart that looked probably even more pauper-ish than the Crocs.
Okay, so you didn't start using a traveling a traveling shoe. You always had a traveling shoe to the gym that you would change out with your
On when it's wet
with
or
your
salty
sneakers.
in the winter
Yeah.
season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just
you're
went
still- at
with
least-
the Croc. The Croc was just there. I went with it. I had it.
I guess it's okay.
It was bought for me.
No,
I didn't. And I don't think
get it.
anybody cared. I don't think anybody at the gym cared.
Nobody noticed.
But what I noticed when I went to go put my Crocs on that one day was that there was a pair there that looked far more worn and a little bit smaller. And I said, "Those aren't mine. Somebody took mine." And I just went home. I was actually a little sad about it because they were kind of convenient. But then I was like, maybe this is my ticket to not having Crocs. But then they came back and they wore their proper ones home and left mine behind. So I took them back. But anyway, I do have them. And since you have me on trial for wearing them outside the house, when I was very sick, I did wear them to the doctor. No. So go ahead and judge me for that.
No.
The doctor. The doctor.
I would put shoes on and tie them.
Not with how I was feeling.
I guess. Okay.
I had gout in my toe and what was some kind of virus.
Okay, that's true. You had the gout. Yeah, that
So-
hurts. So you got to definitely be very careful.
Yeah.
With what you use, what you wear. Yeah, on your feet when you have that.
So, but I'm letting the world know. I felt
All right, well, at
obliged
least-
to let the world know.
At least you're not
that they
covering it
are
up.
I'm not covering it up, and I'm still sticking by my stance that I don't like them. Look wise. And I made it very clear that
That's
I was
true.
never commenting on comfort.
I
was never commenting on comfort.
Just the fashion side. They're
Just the
functional.
They are not.
they're not
good-looking.
fashionable.
They are an ugly shoe,
They will continue to be an ugly shoe.
and I own an ugly shoe.
Okay, that's all right.
Speaking of shoes,
all have
though,
ugly shoes.
you own a very not ugly shoe now.
I do. What shoe's that? Oh,
What
my
shoe
new
is that?
My new shoes.
Yeah,
New kicks.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was Noah Miller. It kind of encouraged me. He had just bought a pair of Jordan 1s and in a particular
is Boughton.
Boughton. Did I say that? I didn't say
you
Boughton,
did.
did I?
You did, yeah,
I
we
didn't.
can
No, I
play
did
it
not.
back
I did
for
not
you.
say Boughton.
If
He
we weren't
recently-
recording, I would play it back for
He
you.
recently purchased. Okay. A pair of J1s.
It's just funny because you yourself would.
Oh, I
you
would
don't want
die
to hear
if I had
yourself.
said
Well,
that.
you're going to hear it later.
I'll
I'm
never
gonna
say
play it back
Boughton
for you.
or crossed.
Well, you have,
But
You
I
just-
probably did. So we both did things. You wear Crocs. I said Boughton. So we're even. So anyway, back to the story. Noah Miller, another mutual friend of ours, along with
He
Tim
was on the
Blake.
Crocs episode.
Yes, he was on the Crocs
He's
episode.
pro Croc, ironically, because he has
He's-
very good shoe taste.
He does. He's got a great shoe taste. I guess I would consider him a sneakerhead in some sense, right?
Yeah,
you know. So he bought a pair of J1s, and he was encouraging me to buy them because they were on steep discount. And I, pardon the pun, I was dragging my feet over it because I wasn't sure I loved the color scheme. It was actually this blue here, this light blue with not dark blue but with black,
Like Carolina blue.
Yeah, like Carolina blue with black, and it's a very specific color scheme, and you can't wear that with a lot. So anyway, so I was out shopping for Christmas gifts for my kids with Brianna. We were passing through Dick's Sporting Goods, and there they were, the Jordan 1s, and but they were next to them another pair of Jordan 1s that were very cool. Yeah, black, white with and the Nike swoosh is like a gold, so it kind of sets it off, and it's like and the black is like a patent leather.
It's very shiny.
So I had to text them after I purchased them. They were also on discount. And I had to tell
Nobody cares.
I know. I had to let them know.
You're a 40-year-old man now. You turned 40 since the last time we
I
recorded.
know. I'm going through a midlife crisis. All these things that I couldn't have when I was a kid.
Buy
Now it's
whatever
like,
shoes you want. You don't have to preface it.
Yeah.
So he
I
paid
had to text him.
$500 for those shoes.
So I had to text to Noah that I said, "Hey, I got these Jordans, but I have to apologize that they're not the same color, so we won't be Jordan twinsies on Sunday, but we'll still be Jordan Bros because I'll wear my Jordan 1s."
All
and
right.
he forgave me. You know, he's a good man. But he also encouraged me that I had made a good purchase.
Yeah, yours are
cool.
yours
They're
are far
fabulous, I
more
think.
versatile.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get them so I can wear them with almost anything.
So, that was a good purchase.
Yeah.
They were definitely. You're going to end up on. There's an account called Preachers and Sneakers. You're going to end up on it, but maybe it's worth it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Maybe not. And maybe give me some, some exposure.
That's what you need.
Maybe for this podcast.
Yeah, for the lunch break, we'll go from millions to billions.
Yeah, exactly.
From 50 to 52. And
Oh man!
all right.
How do we segue from that though?
Well, we'll just keep going.
Christmas.
We're bringing you up. Whoa, hold on. Sorry,
We're kind of
I
just
think my
mishmashing everything today. We've got
Speaking of mishmash,
mishmash. See that? That was great. I didn't even mean that.
Yeah,
to do that.
You tried something
For the first time.
for the first time today.
Yeah, that I've been meaning to.
It's something that
For
I
weeks.
really enjoy. It's a food. I guess it's a breakfast food.
Yeah.
I've only had it in the
I didn't
context
know-
of breakfast.
I had no context for this whatsoever when I first learned about Scrapple.
Yes, that's what Chris tried for the first time today.
It was delicious.
Item called Scrapple.
Scrapple. So it's apparently it's a I wouldn't say it's a northeastern fare. It's more of a
I don't know.
what is Central PA and
Let's go to Wikipedia.
Delaware? Yeah, let's see what that has to say.
They're asking
Where
us
does
for
it
money.
originate?
So, Scrapple, also known by the Pennsylvania Dutch name
you go.
Penhouse, is traditionally a mush. Don't call it that.
Mishmash mush.
A mush of pork scraps and trimmings combined with cornmeal, wheat flour, and often buckwheat flour and spices. So the mush is formed into a semi-solid set loaf.
It's a loaf of Scrapple. So
Slices of scrapple are then pan-fried before serving. Scraps of meat left over from butchering, not used or sold elsewhere, are made into scrapple to avoid waste, and it's primarily eaten in the southern mid-Atlantic region of the United States.
Okay, there we
Delaware,
go.
Maryland, South Jersey, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So I had
Mid-Atlantic.
scrapple for the first time while I was in college just outside Philadelphia. I didn't have good scrapple, but that was my first exposure, and then being married to a Lancaster Countyite and having a brother-in-law who is a butcher, I've since had Lancaster Scrapple, which is very, 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 I think it's very, 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 very tasty. So today you got to try Scrapple, and
I
your
did.
first exposure was from a very local butcher down there, Clark Co. Meats, where my brother-in-law Dan is one of the butchers there with a guy named Clark, the owner.
Okay.
And that was the Scrapple you had, Clark Co.
I have to say thanks.
It was good.
Thank you guys for for stocking it in Ricky's freezer there for me to try eventually. Well, the whole thing that started for me at least was I had no idea about what Scrapple was. I'd never even heard of it, and I was watching Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe, and shout out Mike, big fan.
He's a fan of the show.
Listens to our show. Anyway, so he was on, and he did an episode where he was in Delaware. I think it was Felton, Delaware, and he was at a scrap. I don't know if you call him a scrapple mill, but he was in a
Scrapple mill.
Scrapple mill. They were making scrapple, and I was like, and I was intrigued by it. So I happened to be talking to Ricky about it, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I know scrapple. I got some in my freezer." So what I ended up doing was I thought it was a great idea to do it as a white elephant gift for our community group where we get together, this time of year, and we have like just a Christmas party, and we all bring gifts, and and we were doing like funny gifts this year. So I decided, I'm going to bring some Scrapple. So it's like I asked Ricky, where do I find this? After I knew that he knew what Scrapple was. And he's like, I don't know if you can get it around here. So I looked around. I found that they actually had it at Hannaford, and I got some Joneses.
I think did we Google it to find
yeah, we
that
probably.
it was
I think you're right. I think we Googled it first, and then I went and found it. And, and I got it. So Jones, which I don't know. It's
you've seen it's the white box with the green letters.
Yeah, and
sausage.
I've seen their sausages around, so I knew the brand, but I ended up bringing it to the party as a gift, only then to just steal it back for myself.
You were so obsessed with trying it that you couldn't let someone walk away. It go.
Even though it was only $4, I'm like, I'll just buy it some other time for myself. I was like, no, I had to bring it home.
I knew Chris wanted to try Scrapple, but I was like, I'm not going to give you my Scrapple from my freezer because I don't want to give it up. And then I opened the freezer today and realized I had 3 massive blocks.
Right, those are huge
in there. And I was like, well, I probably could have just given you the good Scrapple. I don't know if Jones is bad Scrapple. And I do feel a little bad about being selfish, but I don't know.
But you overcame that by bringing it today. So
I shared it.
It was very good.
Well, once I saw how many, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah. No big deal.
Not a big deal. And not a big deal anyway. Dan, my brother-in-law makes the stuff.
You get the hookup. You
can
get it
literally
anytime
I want Scrapple, I can have Scrapple. I don't know. My apologies for not giving you the good Scrapple. I think someone may have just arrived at our church, so we're going to take a quick pause here. The Lunch Break Podcast will return momentarily. Okay, so apparently the place is haunted. There was nobody. There was
False
nobody.
alarm.
Nobody at all. But yeah, so I forget where we were talking about Scrapple. Oh, I was just apologizing for hoarding it.
Yeah, it was good though. So I mean, I'm in now, so I'm all about it. So I'm gonna try the Jones, and I'll have something now to compare it with to see.
It was unlike
how good it
anything.
is compared to
There's
else.
nothing else that you fry up with.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was like trying to compare to something in my mind, even Spam, because Spam is a similar conglomeration of things, but it's a very different way of
Spam is
introducing.
very firm.
Yes,
I mean, it's like you,
and it's just meat. This has cornmeal, has like flour in it, so it's got that aspect to it, which changes it completely.
Apparently, there's a 1998 film called Scrapple. Oh, for the 1998 film, see Scrapple film.
Oh,
what is this about?
It's probably not
A
about this.
1998 American comedy film directed by Christopher Hansen, starring Jeffrey Hansen, Ryan Macy, Buck Simmons, and Bunsey Bunworth. That can't be a name. Bunsey Bunworth.
Oh my goodness.
Scrapple. Well, Food Scrapple is definitely more popular than that movie.
Yeah.
For sure. I've never eaten it on a sandwich. I guess you could see it, but it seems like bread on bread.
Yeah.
I'd eat a stuffing sandwich,
It's got a breading in it, kind of.
So, yeah, typically cut into a 1/4 to 3/4 inch thick. Mine was, I cut it a little thin today, but it was a little hard. It was partially frozen.
Right,
It was shaving off. Anyway.
It says it can also be broiled.
Oh, I could see that.
Interesting.
What you really want, you want that crust on either side. So you get like a crispy bite, but that soft inside. That's what you're looking for.
Oh, this is good too. Like just what you said, is usually eaten as a breakfast side dish. It can be served plain or either sweet or savory condiments. Which is funny because I was actually thinking that as we were talking, I never brought it up to you, is I could almost I could almost see it, adding something sweet to it, like a jelly or something like that. And
I've
it says
never
right on
thought
there,
to do
jelly,
it.
maple syrup.
Yeah, apple butter I could see
Apple
being
butter.
very
oh,
good.
yeah.
Probably one of the scrapple we had today was very good.
Oh, yeah.
But I
like
think
that.
one of my favorite scrapples from Lancaster is from Stoltzfus Meats. It's just really good. It's got I don't know, it's all in the seasoning component.
Right. Yeah.
It's just
I
a
can
different
imagine it's
seasoning
got its
profile.
own- yeah. Everybody's got their own version, their own take on it. Right.
Yeah, the one we had today, there was these notes of that reminded me of corned beef hash a little bit, just
Yes.
in flavor profile. It was still really good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Once you get past it being called Scrapple, which is not a great name, it's really good.
Right. Yeah. It is very good. So I'm definitely gonna try some other ones now too.
So, at your Christmas party then, so you did a white elephant gift exchange, you got the Scrapple. Did you have any kind of desserts, any kind of Christmas cookie or anything like that?
No,
That's
we
very common at a party.
We didn't actually. We did something different this year. Rather than us bringing different entrees or desserts, we all just did apps this time around. So everybody just brought appetizers, which I could go all day with. I just love
me
having
too.
different appetizers. But yeah, we did end up having a dessert at the end though. We had the Deebs were made brownies and we had ice cream. So we had brownie sundaes at the end, which is really good. Which is not typically necessarily a Christmas thing, but it's a good dessert.
Yeah.
But so we didn't have a Christmas dessert item.
Yeah, we didn't.
What you guys? Did you have anything at your?
At our group, well, we always have something to eat. So I'm trying to think if there's anything special. There was desserts, but we didn't have a Christmas party. We're doing a Christmas. We're doing
you're doing it
really
later.
in January.
Okay.
Which kind of works out because this is a pretty busy
It
time of
gets
year.
busy,
So
for sure.
it does work out that way. But I think typically, when I've thrown Christmas parties, there's always some kind of a cookie. And Christmas cookies can be so hit or miss.
Absolutely, the sugar cookies, or even what do you get this time of year? You get the gingerbread. Gingerbread's a big thing for Christmas time.
Gingerbread
What do you
is.
think of the gingerbread cookie?
I feel like gingerbread is really good in your head.
Yeah,
And then
the
you
concept.
you get it, and you're like, this cookie,
Not a great cookie.
It's a great to the eye, but if I don't eat it, I'm okay.
Yeah, I could go a whole year or two or 10
Yeah.
without
Like a
it.
ginger snap, I don't need it.
Yeah, me either. Yeah,
Take or leave it. I think once I get eating it, I'll still eat it. And any cookie I can make taste good with coffee.
oh, that's true. That's one you could have with coffee.
But it's actually funny because at my daughter's school, they've basically been in gingerbread mode. They had a gingerbread celebration day where someone was dressed up like the gingerbread man. I think it was the librarian reading the gingerbread man story. They made gingerbread houses. So it's all about gingerbread. And we were like, oh, it would be fun to actually make a gingerbread man with Lily. And then we were both like, well, she's not going to want to eat gingerbread. So we made sugar cookies and cut them into the shape.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
And she still didn't even want to eat the sugar cookie.
Really?
She just wanted to eat the sprinkles and the frosting off
Oh,
the
yeah.
top of
all
it.
the fun stuff.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think gingerbread men and that whole idea of we're going to make cookies together is a good thought, but it's not a cookie I want to eat. And actually, store-bought sugar cookies, I don't want anything to do with them.
No,
But a homemade sugar cookie, I enjoy it.
I like sugar cookies too.
I like the dough.
Oh yeah.
I could just eat that.
I'm trying to think of the last time we've made cookies or anything. Yeah, we've done the chocolate chip cookies, like the Toll House cookies. But if we've done any sugar cookies in a long time.
A good Toll House cookie though is clutch.
Oh, yeah.
That's a go-to cookie.
That's a great
You can have any time.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about cookies on the show before,
Yeah.
but the chocolate chip was the winner, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Well, you like your oatmeal raisins.
I know, I don't-
Let's not forget about that.
I did. That's true. I've changed over time, but I still like it. But obviously,
You're not at home making
Chocolate chip's
homemade
great.
oatmeal raisins.
no, that's
No,
true. I've
you're
not done
making
that.
Nestle Toll House.
That's true. It's easy to do.
Winner.
But what other kind of one of my favorite cookies this time of year, which it only seems to be, well, I guess it's a seasonal thing, is those snowball cookies. You know what I'm talking about? They're like
Yeah.
I guess they're like a sugar cookie almost, but they're different consistency and they look like little snowballs, and they've got the sugar on top of the
Confectionery
sugar
sugar.
on
Yeah.
top, and they usually have like a nut on the inside, like a walnut or.
Yeah.
I love those. I don't know what it is about them because you think that they would be dried out, but I think because they're small, because of the shape they're in, they're good.
Yeah.
You know they're going to be
It's one of
a little
those
bit dry, but
for
it's
me.
good though.
That's a cookie on the platter.
Yeah.
That I'm not reaching for first.
Oh, I am.
It's like I've maybe had one of the other options. I'm trying to even think of like how many Christmas cookies do I actually love to eat? I'm not sure. Sometimes I like a good thumbprint cookie.
Oh yeah.
It's got the little,
yes.
literally a thumbprint, and it's filled with like jam.
I like that.
Or
Those I like too.
like those
They're
are
like
pretty
the
good. Or
raspberry
they make them with
jelly
peanut
on 'em.
butter, and then they stick like a Hershey Kiss in that
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah,
I think those are
always
maybe
avoid
called
those.
blossoms.
I
Are
always
they called
avoid those.
peanut butter
'cause I don't like
blossoms.
the peanut butter cookies, but
You don't like peanut butter cookies at
no,
all?
not in general. No.
Oh man. Well, I like those.
But those come out this time of year.
I like the generic shortbread cookie that just either has red sugar
Yeah,
or
right.
green sugar on it,
Yep.
which it should be probably on the I can't believe people are buying these cookies list, but I do like them.
I do too. That is true. Those are really good cookies.
What
I
about
don't know what it
those
is about them?
What about those red and green ones in the shape of a leaf with
Oh,
like
yeah.
chocolate in the middle?
Yes.
Why a leaf? They're clearly is that Christmas? Is that a Christmas time cookie?
I don't know.
Why
That's a
are
good
they in the
question.
shape of a leaf?
I never thought about that before until just now.
But they're usually on Christmas platters.
Yeah.
It's like I'm listing all these. I'm like, I'm not sure which one I'm reaching for.
You-
I think it's just to grab a cookie and
Not to leave the cookie part of it outside, but one thing that jumped to my mind, and I think because you're talking about it being the shape of a leaf, are the chocolates, the orange chocolates in the shape of an orange,
chocolate orange.
chocolate oranges. Oh, those are
Well, I used to get one. I used to get one every single year.
slam it down so
Yeah.
that way it can actually break apart into each slice. Those are really good.
Yeah, I think.
Forgot about those until
I
just
think
now.
I got chocolate oranged out after a couple decades of having them.
Countless Christmases. with them.
But once I had a dark chocolate orange, I was like, this is even better because I just like dark chocolate far more than milk chocolate. We've talked about this.
It's a good
before.
combination though. The chocolate with the orange, like with the citrus. I don't know what it is.
It's good. Actually, Lindt, Lindt, Lindt. You know what I'm talking about, the truffle
Yes.
one. They make like the bars, and you can get it. It's like I think it's all dark chocolate pretty much, but I think you get like dark chocolate with orange.
Oh, I've seen
You can
those.
get dark chocolate with chili powder.
I've had
And
that
that's
before.
good.
That is good.
Dark chocolate with sea salt and caramel. Like
Yeah.
they're really good. I'm so mad that store doesn't exist in the mall.
I know.
because I loved getting those bars, and you can get them at stores here and there, but it's not the same variety.
And it's not the same experience. You go in and it's a chocolate store. Chocolate.
You know what? We were at the mall the other day, and there's just not a lot of exciting things going on at the mall.
No, it's true.
Even Santa, there was nobody lined up to see Santa. Well, I guess we were there in the evening, so that would explain it.
Were you in the line
No,
for Santa?
I was
Okay.
not in the line.
Not you, but your family, like for your kids.
No, we were there without children.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We had stopped after having dinner, and but yeah, it's just there's like these mom and pop clothing stores like selling clothing that I don't know who's going to buy it. There's
I've seen that.
there's
Very
just
niche stuff.
like
some
the
of it.
whole like Native American clothing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't see a lot of people wearing it.
No.
But you're paying for mall space.
Right.
Someone's got to be buying it.
Right.
But I haven't seen anyone. There's coats there that remind me of Lloyd Christmas's jacket when he gets the money from Mary Swanson.
Oh, yeah.
And he's
Right.
where he's wearing the cowboy hat. Like
Yeah.
there's stuff that reminds me of that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
That's true.
I'm just.
You know,
It's just
it's
not the same experience at the ball.
No,
That's
it's
all I'm
not.
saying.
No, that's
You-
true. Well,
like,
I think
yeah.
I think the malls are just they want anybody and anything in there because I don't think people are going to malls all that often anymore. Not the way they used to.
It seemed like an average evening.
So they're just so they'll let anybody in there that's got any goods to sell because they just want to fill the spaces so they're not empty.
Yeah.
I think it's part of it.
It's wild. I mean, there's no hubbub around the movie theater.
Yeah,
There's just
that's true.
It's
That
not
whole
the
thing.
same. But like that Lindt store in the mall used to be so fun to go to as an
Yeah.
adult, just to like pick out like let's just get a variety of these truffles. They were good. And what made me think of that not only because of the chocolate oranges, Katie would actually put them in my stocking. Like they became a replacement for the chocolate orange. Then I got spicy chocolate.
Did you ever get
Like a man.
Do you ever get like I don't know why I always think this. Maybe because it's just an old time thing, but an orange, just a regular orange,
Oh, in your stocking?
In your stocking?
Yeah, I think my grandmother talked about
it
that.
seems like that something used to be the case back in the
I
day.
think orange, it was like for good fortune or something.
Yeah, and I think also that's when oranges are typically coming out, like in January. And I think if you're obviously in the north, it's not the same as like it would be today, where you can get fruit of any variety all year long.
Right.
So it was a special thing to get, a special type of fruit to get. You know what I mean? So
You know what? To be alive in a time where you would just be grateful to get an orange is mind blowing to me.
I know. There's part of me was thinking, I wish I could live in that time period.
Like, could you imagine Christmas
Appreciate
being
those
magical because you get an orange? Like,
right?
if
Like, this is a treat. I'm getting an orange.
oh my goodness, an
never get
orange! I get to
oranges.
eat the whole orange,
Right.
and just being like, and I'm walking through the grocery store. I'm like, I don't feel like dealing with orange peels. I don't want an orange. Like, we live in such a time
know.
of being ungrateful.
It's true. 'Cause
That,
we have
like-
everything at our fingertips. You
Yeah.
can get any type that we want anytime.
Like, it's kind of funny to think, like, yeah, people used to just be happy to have a piece of fruit, and now I have to like grit my teeth and try real hard just to eat fruit. Yeah.
That's true.
So orange or coal.
Orange or coal.
So for Christmas dessert that we always had growing up, Friendlies used to make this thing called the Jubilee Roll.
Oh my goodness. I've
Yeah.
never seen that.
Yeah, it's so it's like a log. They also make a thing called the Yule log, and it would have like a stripe of. Here's a better picture of it right here.
Oh yeah, I could see the
Stripe
strawberry.
of strawberry with like these little candies, and this is like hot, like fudge. It's not hot fudge; it's frozen, but like ice cream fudge with little. I think is that walnut, maybe almond, I don't know, mixed nuts. I don't know. Excuse me, and then vanilla with chocolate chips, and then a thing of chocolate. So it's almost
Right
like a
in the center.
Neapolitan,
Yeah.
but
With
like,
all these
you would
other
slice it, and we'd have it every year. The
But
Jubilee roll.
I could see that can only that would. It looks like a Christmassy dessert. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't have it year round.
No, but I'm seeing it's here available on Walmart.
Oh,
Just think about getting one.
we got to now.
We were talking about, we weren't sure. No, out of stock. I don't know if they make them anymore. The
Jubilee
Jubilee
roll.
roll.
Friendlies.
But that was, they have the whole description on there if I didn't close out the
Undo.
delicious chocolate ice cream surrounded by, see, they're making this the top billing is the chocolate ice cream.
It's right in the middle of it.
That's
Which
bogus,
you
man.
probably the least amount of chocolate.
Like mediocre chocolate ice creams. Let me fix your box, Friendlies. Surrounded by
a minimum amount of
yeah,
just regular
surrounded
chocolate.
by chocolate chip ice
Surrounded
cream,
by.
topped with fudge, chopped almonds, and an ice cream ribbon and candy chips. So they're calling that
That's
an
a
ice
ribbon.
cream ribbon.
Okay.
Not mentioning what the ribbon is. which
Strawberry.
is strawberry. But
Yeah.
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Yeah.
That's cool. What's the one thing that we used to get and I didn't appreciate as a kid, but now I think I like it is the fruit cakes. I mean, I gotta laugh because fruitcake was always a derogatory term. Like, oh, what a fruitcake! But like a fruitcake is, and specifically the Italian. I'm gonna butcher the name because I never knew exactly how to say it, but pationi or
I don't know.
patoni?
I didn't grow up having it.
Oh. Well, we would have it every once in a while, and I used to think it was dry, flaky, and uninteresting. As a kid, like you want the candies. I'd rather have a Jubilee roll probably over that. But now, it comes out every year, and you see it in the stores, and it's usually out on top of, they put it in a place where it's going to be seen and visible, and it's got that cool box that it's in that's yellow or red
Yeah.
that just draws your attention, and they probably just have just enough there to get people through the season. But that was something I used to hate, but now it's like as an adult, I'm like, oh, it's pretty good.
Well, yeah, because fruitcake was always that thing that nobody wanted.
Right,
That was the butt of every
Exactly.
Christmas dessert joke. Actually, I remember watching. Did you watch Pee Wee's Playhouse Christmas special?
Yes. Oh yeah, I used to watch that
So
every year as a kid.
people would bring him a fruitcake, and he was building this whole room out of fruitcakes.
Gee, thanks. Yeah.
Oh, a fruitcake!
Yes, I remember that.
Thank you. You shouldn't have. But last year or the year before, I think it was probably 2 years ago. We went down to Lancaster and we went to this bakery that we like getting a donut called a Long John from, a place called Achenbach's. And they had fruitcake, and just something inside me says, I want to try this place's fruitcake. I've never had fruitcake.
Yeah.
I want to try it from this bakery. And it was
Not
actually
mass produced, but something that's made in a bakery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
Yeah. They're good. They're good.
Everyone's knocking the fruitcake.
Yeah, I like it.
Fruitcake is not bad.
No, it's good. I like it.
Taking a stand.
And I'm okay to, and I'm on board with saying that. I feel comfortable saying that now.
Now, I haven't tried a bad fruitcake, but if you give me a bad chocolate cake, that's still a bad chocolate cake.
That's true.
Bad is bad.
No matter what.
Right.
No matter what it is that you're having. That's true.
Like you can
It
have,
can be stale, especially. I mean, I could see reason why it wouldn't be good.
yeah.
They could be stale or, what have you. But no, like a good fruitcake is a welcomed gift.
Have I had it since then? I haven't. But I have this good memory of that fruitcake was not bad. So I have that in my head.
Yeah, and it only comes out at Christmas time typically.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
maybe.
it's something people are looking for year round again.
Yeah, I can't think of if I've ever seen it out anywhere other than that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a good treat.
Yeah.
A nice little dessert. I don't know what other. I mean, there's all kinds of cookies people have. I don't know what else.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else that sticks in my memory. I'm sure you guys can think of something that are listening. So obviously,
Weigh
if
in,
we missed anything
folks.
that was major, then let us know.
Everybody's got their own things.
Yeah, there are traditions too, and
what we want to know is, tell us what you have on Christmas that's maybe unique and we got to try.
yeah,
We'll try it.
yeah. Pies aren't a big thing on Christmas. I mean, Thanksgiving they are.
A Christmas pie. I bet you there's people having pie.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's more of a Thanksgiving thing.
yeah.
Yeah, Christmas is really like, I guess cookies is the thing.
Cookies and candies and
But like,
candy canes and
cookies aren't, I don't
Treats.
only want a cookie for dessert.
do you think that
I want a cookie
Christmas,
with coffee.
I think at Christmas time it's less about the desserts. I mean, you don't have a formal dessert necessarily. It's more like you have treats that you eat anytime.
Yeah,
A
I guess
cookie,
so.
a cookie here, a candy cane there, or a chocolate here and there. It seems like you don't have like let's have our Christmas dessert.
Yeah, I mean, we would always sit down. Like back in the day, my mom used to like make a lot of Christmas cookies, and she'd have them in their different tins, and we'd sit down at the table and open the tin and we would have a sit down dessert, but it would be cookies and the
Yeah.
Jubilee roll.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it.
Oh, the tin that you mentioned, was it the Royal Dansk?
No, but I do love. I love those cookies.
Remember those tins? Like you remember seeing those as a kid? Like everybody had them in their home this time of year.
Yeah, and no one ever actually had the cookies inside them.
Yeah. At least they remember they came in the little I don't even know what to call them. Almost like a cupcake
Yeah.
holder. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like this little paper like
I need
holder.
one of those good.
And you had two different layers of them, right? You would have one layer.
Yes.
You eat those and you take off another layer and you have another one
You'd
underneath
think,
it.
Oh no, party's over. Just kidding.
There's
Just
more.
begun. I like the little ones in the shape of the pretzel with like the big sugar,
those are
crystallized
good.
sugar or whatever on it. Oh,
They were definitely the centerpiece of the mall. I used to thought they were a crown because of the royal
Royal Dansk.
dance. Maybe I was wrong. But it's a pretzel like.
But those are good. But the tins we had weren't those ones. They were like specific like bought cookie tins meant for it.
Right.
You know what else I've had this time of year that a relative would make? I think it was maybe my stepdad's sister would make peanut brittle.
Oh, I like a good
I
peanut brittle.
love peanut brittle.
Yeah, I used to like that growing up too.
Actually, when I
Tree
worked
bark,
at the
too.
upholstery shop, it was I used to work in an upholstery shop. If you guys didn't know, and it was attached. Had an apartment attached to it, and the woman who owned the building actually lived in that apartment. She made toffee.
Oh, I like toffee too.
It was legit, man.
good
Home.
toffee.
She would be cooking it, and you could smell it in the shop. And I'm like, I'm gonna go purchase some toffee,
That's amazing.
and it was really good. Again, not a dessert, but a delicious treat.
Oh, so I like the peanut brittle, and then that alongside it, I guess it was toffee with chocolate, and it was called tree bark. You know what I mean? Where they're combined, and it's very thin, like the peanut brittle. Oh, that was so good. I love that too.
How about this peppermint bark?
Oh yeah, and I don't even like peppermint, but I like the peppermint bark because it has like a another. It's not overly peppermint.
Right, because it's mostly chocolate.
Yeah.
Whether it be white or milk or dark.
Usually the white chocolate is what I remember seeing.
Yeah.
But
The white chocolate's a good vehicle for the peppermint.
Yes.
Because it subdues the peppermint. It gives you
Exactly.
that sweetness, but a subtlety.
yes.
Do I sound like I know food?
Well, you sound like you described better than what I did, which is like it's not so overly pepperminty.
It's not a. I wouldn't go bought in it. Now, I wouldn't go down to the store and bought any of it, but
I'll eat it for free.
yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, those are some things that I remember as well.
What did you say? Those are a few of your favorite things? Can we just talk? Listen, can we take a side
not a
note
Christmas
to
song,
end
by
the
the
show?
way.
That's what I want. That's what I
it's
wanted.
not-
But why?
I don't know. I don't know why it became a Christmas
Is it because
song. 'Cause
Christmas
the
is
gifts?
so wrapped up in things that
Like,
we
that's-
hear this song and we
They
think,
talk about gifts. You talk about everything, packages and papers, and all the things that are your favorite, like gift items. So I think that's where it probably comes from. But it's not a Christmas song,
no, she's just trying to entertain some kids.
right?
Fräulein Maria,
Fraulein. That's a great movie. I think.
phenomenal movie.
Yeah,
Don't they also play at Christmas time The Wizard of Oz?
yeah. They play the Wizard of Oz a lot too.
Does that make any sense?
doesn't make any sense? No,
that-
it does not.
I don't
It's
think
also
it
not a
wasn't
Christmas
winter.
movie.
Clearly, it wasn't winter in Kansas. She was outside with short sleeves.
But Die
That'd be
Hard
terribly
is a Christmas
irresponsible.
movie.
Yeah, I think we're all comfortable saying that.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't remember if I said otherwise on the show, but
I don't know if we've talked about it before, but it's
Oh, we
definitely-
had to
Oh,
have.
yeah, we did a
During
movie
Christmas
show. We probably
movies.
did talk about it.
had to have talked about Die Hard.
Yeah, it's
That's
definitely
just
a
a
Christmas
great.
movie.
I mean,
That's a very good movie.
there's the North Pole, and then there's Nakatomi Plaza. I mean, it is what it is.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Well, I think we're getting a little silly here.
Yeah.
So I think it's about that time that we be signing off of the old lunch break podcast.
Well, we're glad to be back. Hopefully, it's
know
not
what?
such a long hiatus.
Let's
in
not.
between. Let's not jinx it.
I'm pretty sure at the end of the last episode, we're like, "Oh, we're not going to take a long break again. We'll be out with some Eppies." And we didn't say Eppies. Actually, may that never be said again. But hopefully, we'll be back soon.
Yes.
We'll keep this rolling.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
New Year.
Have a holly jolly one. We're out.
Take care.